Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to take this opportunity and kind of go over with you something that was recently made known to me that I think is very important for you all to see. Now, what I'm about to show you, the things that the information that we receive doesn't necessarily mean that we take and just run right off the deep end with, jumbling every fact together, right? So let me start out by going and showing you at this time the Black Lives Matter website, okay? And if you go to the Black Lives Matters website, you can see if I click this donate button in the top right hand corner, what will end up happening is it'll take me to their donate page. And if you read the fine print, it actually shows you where your donations are going to. And it specifically says Act Blue Charities. Okay. Then if you search Act Blue Charities on Google, you just come up with the first listing, Wikipedia, and it says Act Blue is a nonprofit technology organization established in June of 2004 that enables left-leaning nonprofits, Democrats, and progressive groups to raise money on the internet. So I want you to understand that the charity that you are donating to when you support Black Lives Matter is very clear on their agenda, being a left-leaning Democrat and progressive organization. So please understand that potentially there's a lot of political influence happening here. Now, the reason I threw out the disclaimer in the beginning is because I wanted you guys to understand that in no way, shape, or form does the Black Lives Matter, possible political influence, does it have anything to do with potential racial realities in this country. And so that's what I was throwing out as my original disclaimer, hoping that you don't necessarily use this as ammunition to believe that racism doesn't exist, all these different things. Because while Black lives do matter, unfortunately, the organization that runs, as we mentioned a moment ago, the Black Lives Matter website, when you give, you are actually giving to Act Blue Charities, which is a left-leaning nonprofit, Democrat, and progressive organization, as we can see right on just Googling who Act Blue Charities is. Okay, so I wanted to throw this out there today. I wanted to show you guys, unfortunately, why it's important to sift through certain things. But again, please don't use this as some sort of excuse to, fit your narrative that racism doesn't exist in this country, because I absolutely believe it does. It just isn't necessarily the organization that is meant to bring about the change, because Black Lives Matter has obvious that too, political bias, or I should say anti-religious. We can see on their website, I think I could still pull it up. Let me see here. I had shared this once before, but we will go ahead and I think it's under the About section. Queer, trans, okay. There's absolutely nothing. It's just crazy how much is promoted here. That is so much more than just simply standing up for racial equality. let me try to go to, now what just happened? Because I swear it had a drop down a moment ago. There we go. Let's see what we believe. Okay, regardless of actual or perceived sexual identity, gender expression. Okay. Just we build a space that affirms Black women. There's absolutely nothing about men in this entire website, which is very peculiar. Let's see. Well, nonetheless, you can read this for yourself, but it is extremely obviously, as we see by the fact that what they don't hide is that the organization that you're donating to when you give the Black Lives Matter movement is Act Blue Charities. And if we look it up on Google, it is a very left-leaning, democratic, and progressive organization, according to Wikipedia. Very, very alarming. So I saw this yesterday, wanted to be sure to point this out. And that's the end of my broadcast for today.